In December 2023, Major League Baseball witnessed something unprecedented. A 25-year-old pitcher from Japan commanded the largest contract ever given to a pitcher in baseball history. 12 years, $325 million. The Los Angeles Dodgers didn't just sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto. They made a statement that would reshape the future of baseball forever. But here's what makes this story truly remarkable. Yamamoto wasn't just another international signing. He was a pitcher who had never thrown a single pitch in Major League Baseball. Yet every team in the league was willing to bet their franchise's future on him. How does a player from Japan's Nippon professional baseball become the most coveted free agent in MLB history? This is the story of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a journey that began in the small town of Bizen, Japan, and culminated in the bright lights of Dodger Stadium. It's a tale that connects two baseball cultures separated by an ocean, but united by America's pastime. From his early days dominating Japanese high school baseball to becoming the youngest pitcher ever to win the Triple Crown in NPB, Yamamoto's path to MLB stardom reads like a baseball fairy tale. But fairy tales don't usually come with $325 million price tags. Today, we're going to explore how this young Japanese ace became baseball's most expensive pitcher, what makes his story so unique in the history of international baseball, and why his success could change everything we know about scouting and developing pitching talent. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was born on August 17, 1998, in Bizen, a small city in Japan's Okayama Prefecture. Like many Japanese children, young Yamamoto was introduced to baseball at an early age. But what set him apart wasn't just his natural talent. It was his obsession with perfection. In Japan, baseball isn't just a sport, it's a discipline. The Japanese approach to baseball emphasizes fundamentals, mental toughness, and relentless practice. These values were instilled in Yamamoto from his very first day on a baseball field. His father, recognizing his son's potential, enrolled him in local youth leagues where the young pitcher began developing the precision and control that would later make him famous. By middle school, Yamamoto was already turning heads. His fastball had velocity, but more importantly, he possessed something that couldn't be taught: an innate understanding of how to sequence pitches and attack hitters. Japanese baseball scouts began taking notice of this young pitcher, who seemed to have the mental makeup of a veteran. The transition to high school baseball in Japan is where legends are born, and Yamamoto attended Miyakanojo Higashi High School in Miyazaki Prefecture. High school baseball in Japan is serious business. The annual Koshien tournament is watched by millions and serves as the primary showcase for future professional players. Yamamoto's high school career was nothing short of spectacular, establishing him as one of the premier pitching prospects in the country. In 2016, at just 18 years old, Yamamoto was selected by the Orix Buffaloes in the first round of the NPB draft. The Buffaloes, a team based in Osaka, had been struggling for years and saw Yamamoto as a cornerstone piece for their future. What happened next would exceed even their wildest expectations. Yamamoto's rookie season in 2017 was impressive, but it was just a preview of what was to come. He quickly established himself as one of the most promising young pitchers in Nippon professional baseball, combining a mid-90s fastball with a devastating splitter and pinpoint control that reminded veteran observers of the great Japanese pitchers who had come before him. But 2021 was the year Yamamoto truly announced himself to the baseball world. At just 23 years old, he accomplished something that hadn't been done in NPB since 1937. He won the Triple Crown for pitchers. Yamamoto led the Pacific League in wins, 18, ERA, 1.39, and strikeouts, 206, becoming the youngest pitcher in NPB history to achieve this feat. The numbers were staggering, but what impressed scouts even more was how he dominated. Yamamoto wasn't just getting outs, he was making professional hitters look foolish. His splitter, in particular, became legendary in Japan. Hitters knew it was coming, but they still couldn't hit it. The pitch would start in the strike zone, causing hitters to commit, then drop out of the zone at the last second. His 2022 and 2023 seasons only reinforced his status as Japan's premier pitcher. In 2022, he went 15-5 with a 1.68 ERA and 206 strikeouts. In 2023, his final season in Japan, he posted an 16-6 record with a 1.21 ERA, numbers that would be impressive in any league, but were absolutely dominant in NPB. While Yamamoto had been on MLB scouts' radars for years, it was his performance in the 2023 World Baseball Classic that truly opened American eyes to his potential. Playing for Team Japan alongside established MLB stars like Shohei Ohtani and Yu Darvish, Yamamoto didn't just hold his own, he was arguably the tournament's best pitcher. In the WBC, Yamamoto faced lineups filled with MLB All-Stars and future Hall of Famers. Against Team Mexico, he struck out 8 batters in 4 innings. Against Team Italy, he was nearly unhittable. But it was his performance in the championship game against Team USA that truly announced his arrival on the world stage. Facing a lineup that included Mookie Betts, Mike Trout, and Pete Alonso, Yamamoto pitched like a seasoned MLB veteran. His command was impeccable, his stuff was electric, and his composure under pressure was remarkable for a pitcher who had never faced this level of competition. Japan won the tournament, and Yamamoto was a major reason why. MLB executives and scouts, who had been watching from afar, suddenly realized they weren't just looking at a good NPB pitcher. They were watching a potential ace who could step into any rotation in Major League Baseball and immediately make an impact. When Yamamoto announced his intention to come to Major League Baseball, following the 2023 season, it set off the most intense bidding war for a pitcher in baseball history. Unlike previous Japanese stars who had been posted by their NPB teams, Yamamoto was a true free agent, able to negotiate with any team that wanted his services. The interest was immediate and universal. The New York Yankees, always aggressive in pursuing top talent, made it clear they would do whatever it took to sign him. The New York Mets, with their deep pockets and new ownership, entered the fray. The San Francisco Giants, looking to make a splash, threw their hat in the ring. Even small-market teams like the Toronto Blue Jays made serious offers. But it was the Los Angeles Dodgers who ultimately won the Yamamoto sweepstakes, and they did it in spectacular fashion. The 12-year, $325 million contract they offered wasn't just the largest ever given to a pitcher, it was a statement about how the Dodgers viewed Yamamoto's potential impact on their franchise. The contract details were staggering, $325 million over 12 years, with significant deferrals that helped the Dodgers manage their luxury tax implications. But beyond the money, the Dodgers offered something else that appealed to Yamamoto, a chance to play alongside other Japanese stars like Shohei Ohtani, who had signed with the team just days earlier. The signing sent shockwaves through baseball. Never before had a pitcher who had never thrown a pitch in MLB commanded such a massive contract. It represented a fundamental shift in how teams valued international talent and showed the growing influence of Japanese baseball on the American game. So what exactly makes Yoshinobu Yamamoto worth $325 million? The answer lies in a combination of elite stuff, exceptional command, and a mental approach to pitching that's rare at any level. Yamamoto's fastball sits in the mid-90s, touching 97 to 98 miles per hour when needed. But velocity alone doesn't make a pitcher special. It's how he uses that fastball that sets him apart. His command is pinpoint, able to locate the pitch anywhere in the strike zone with remarkable consistency. His signature pitch, however, is his splitter. Described by hitters as unfair, the pitch has become legendary in Japanese baseball circles. It looks like a fastball out of his hand, causing hitters to commit, then drops dramatically as it approaches the plate. The movement is so sharp and late that even when hitters know it's coming, they still can't make solid contact. But perhaps most impressive is Yamamoto's curveball and slider combination. He can throw both pitches for strikes or use them to get swings and misses out of the zone. His ability to sequence these pitches, combined with his fastball and splitter, gives him 5 legitimate weapons to attack hitters. Beyond his physical tools, Yamamoto possesses something that can't be taught: an advanced understanding of how to pitch. He studies hitters meticulously, understands leverage situations, and has an innate feel for when to challenge hitters and when to nibble around the zone. These are qualities typically associated with veteran pitchers, not 25-year-olds making their MLB debut. Yamamoto's signing represents more than just one player changing teams. It's a watershed moment in the globalization of baseball. His contract signals that the gap between NPB and MLB talent evaluation has narrowed significantly, and that teams are now willing to invest in international players at unprecedented levels. The success of previous Japanese pitchers like Hideo Nomo, Daisuke Matsuzaka, and Yu Darvish paved the way for Yamamoto's opportunity. But where those pitchers had to prove themselves before receiving major contracts, Yamamoto was paid like an established ace before throwing his first MLB pitch. This shift reflects the evolution of scouting and analytics in baseball. Teams now have access to more data and video than ever before, allowing them to evaluate international talent with greater confidence. Yamamoto's NPB statistics, when adjusted for league quality and translated to MLB equivalents, suggested he could be an immediate impact player. His signing also represents the growing influence of Japanese baseball culture on the American game. The emphasis on fundamentals, preparation, and mental toughness that characterizes Japanese baseball has found increasing acceptance in MLB clubhouses. Yamamoto's transition to Major League Baseball in 2024 was closely watched by baseball fans around the world. The pressure was immense. No pitcher in history had ever been given such a large contract without MLB experience. Every start was scrutinized, every pitch analyzed. The early results were encouraging. While there were certainly adjustment periods, the different baseball, the longer season, the travel schedule, Yamamoto showed flashes of the dominance that made him so coveted. His splitter remained devastating against MLB hitters, and his command translated well to the bigger stage. What impressed observers most was his composure. Pitching in front of 50,000 fans at Dodger Stadium, facing lineups filled with all-stars, Yamamoto looked like he belonged. The mental toughness that had been developed through years of Japanese baseball served him well in his new environment. The Dodgers' investment in Yamamoto wasn't just about his individual performance. It was about building a championship culture that could attract other top international talent. His presence, combined with Shohei Ohtani's, sent a message that Los Angeles was committed to being a destination for the world's best players. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's journey from a small town in Japan to the highest-paid pitcher in baseball history is more than just a success story. It's a testament to the global nature of America's pastime. His $325 million contract represents a new era in baseball, where talent knows no borders and excellence is recognized regardless of where it's developed. As Yamamoto continues his MLB career, he carries with him not just the hopes of the Dodgers organization, but the dreams of young baseball players throughout Japan and Asia who see in him proof that the highest levels of baseball success are within their reach. Whether he ultimately justifies his historic contract remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Yoshinobu Yamamoto has already changed baseball forever. His story reminds us that in baseball, as in life, greatness can emerge from anywhere, and when it does, the whole world takes notice. Thanks for watching. What do you think about Yamamoto's historic contract? Was it worth the risk for the Dodgers? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more legendary baseball stories every week.